Okay, guys, I'm here today. Fabio Gurgel, huge honor for me. Guys, Fabio is the founder of Alliance, and we are here 1 week after the Alliance just winning the 13th world title by teams at IBJJF. And Fabio is also 4 times world champion in Jiu-Jitsu, and the professor who has made the biggest amount of Jiu-Jitsu black belt world champions in the history of the sport. So I'm very happy to be here again with you, Fabio. And today he's going to show us here one of his favorite close guard concepts. And he just shot an entire instructional all about close guard. So let's do it, Fabio.
All right, let's check it out. So the first idea when you get the close guard, of course, is don't allow your opponent to get a good posture. And what's funny to look at is that nobody land in your guard in posture.
I agree.
Right? So let's say you took me down a double leg. You're gonna land like this.
Yeah.
And then you just allowed your opponent to go all the way and get the posture.
Yeah.
So that's the first mistake, right? So if someone get without posture on my guard, which very often is gonna happen, the first thing is I'm gonna control his head, so I don't allow him to just go back and raise his body to get the posture. And then I start move, get the belt. So I'm gonna start to work in my attacks without my opponents getting the posture. So he needs to fight to get his postures back. All right. So I'm gonna work in the belt or lapel or whatever type of technique you want to do when your opponent is out of his posture. But let's take a look, Bernardo, in a situation when my opponents already get the posture. Very good. So I know that Bernardo is preparing to stand up, you know, and if I just stay in the position that I am, Bernardo's gonna stand up easily, yeah, perfect, and that's it. And then he's gonna break my guard. So I understand that Bernardo has a good posture, I cannot break the posture. Okay, he's gonna stand up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just force my ankles to the ground like this. So as I'm raising my head and taking my lower back out of the mat, all my weight goes to my heel. And stand up now, Bernardo.
It's much harder.
See, he's gonna do a lot of, the effort that he's doing is way bigger than it would be if I was like this, all right? So what I want him to drive his weight as hard as he can forward. Right? So as I'm doing this, he's gonna control my sleeve, no problem. I'm gonna control his wrist too. It's gonna be a fight here. But my point is, I don't even need to get this sleeve if I don't want. Just the fact that I'm lifting my lower back out of the mat and putting the pressure on my heel, I'm gonna make him, struggling to get up. So he needs to really force his weight forward. So as he goes, one, on the second step, I can open my leg and just let my hip fall, and I gotta get the overhead sweep easily, because he's doing all the move for me. He's moving forward because he was carrying on a lot of weight.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
No, I felt like when you were just relaxed with your hip on the ground, for me to stand up was like 1 second thing.
Exactly.
When you put all your weight on top of my legs, now it becomes like a 5-second thing, and I'm carrying a bunch of weight. So you can take that momentum that I'm standing up to do whatever you want.
Exactly. And the perfect timing to do that is on the second step.
Okay.
Right? Because you here, and then you have a lot of weight to carry on, and you go one. On the second, I really need to move my weight forward, because in one leg, I cannot handle all the weight.
Yep.
Right? So when I'm here, your weight's there, and just pull one leg. Okay, but now I need to squat with one leg.
Yep.
And that's too much. So I need to move my weight forward in order to do this.
Got it.
In the time that you move your weight forward is exactly when I relax my legs.
Yep.
Right? And you can go with your feet and sweep. You can go with your knees and sweep. it doesn't really matter because your weight is all the way forward.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, Fabio, and one thing that I love about Jiu-Jitsu is to try to see the overlaps between the best instructors. And for example, when I filmed with Roger Gracie in London, he was explaining to me that the way he used to break everybody's posture is like waiting for them to stand one leg, and then on that short period of time that they're standing the second leg, then he pulls the person, because that's the time that the person is vulnerable.
It's exactly that. And you can also take a look on this. You here. I know that I'm putting pressure on you,
Yep.
and you're using this hand as a forehand, right?
Yep.
So I know that you're gonna lose the balance this way.
Okay.
So even though I cannot control the elbow, let's say you hide your elbow inside,
Yep.
so it's even stronger now. As you start stepping the leg up, so put this leg up first. See?
I got it.
So
I'm
then-
weak to the opposite side.
But if I don't put the weight there, as I did before, then you have the full control, right?
Okay.
So you stand up in the base, and as you like, you're gonna post the legs in the place that you want. But when I drive my weight on top of your hip, changes everything,
Yep.
right? Because now you carry on all my weight, so you need to really put the foot in order to get up. So as you go and do the first step one. So see how your head's already changed. Your head's already here. Your head was back there.
Yep.
Right. So there is no way for you. There's nothing blocking you this way.
Towards this direction. I got it.
Right. So it's easy to pull you down.
Got it.
So when I do that, what are you gonna do? You're gonna pose the hand,
Yeah.
and then we start to have you out
Other
of.
type of attacks. Okay.
I have you out of posture. And out of posture means I can do whatever I want with you.
I got it.
You know, I can pull all the attacks that I want. Let's say, I wanna work on the cross choke. I can just go here and control. So I control your back, get back to the posture.
There's no way.
No way. And then I switch. Then I create a space and go to the choke. So all the attacks happens without a posture.
Okay. So Fabio, will you say that the most important thing in the closer is to break the posture?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the thing is, that's where you're gonna find the attacks.
Got it.
You know, and then you're gonna see because I can have you out of posture in different ways. I can have you with the elbows like this.
Okay.
I can have you with the arms over my shoulder. I can have you with the elbow
Got it.
on top of my belly, and I can have you with the arm crossed.
Okay.
So all these situations gonna create opportunity for me to attack.
Got it.
So you're gonna have different attacks and different positioning, but all of them are off posture.
Got it.
You know, if you have in your perfect posture, do whatever posture you like, again, so that's gonna be hard for me to attack you.
Yep.
Right? So I'm about to, to start thinking, how should I open my guard before Bernardo break it?
I got it.
All right?
I got it.
Because that's another thing that we mentioned during the course is that if I wait Bernardo to break my guard, I'm gonna find myself in a very difficult position,
Yep.
right? Because then you just break my guard. What are you gonna do? I don't know what you're gonna do to pass my guard.
Got it.
You can do a stack, you can do bull pass, you can
Yep.
cut the knee, whatever you want. So that's another thing for you guys to pay attention is that let's say your opponent stands up in good posture and you know that, go ahead. I know that Bernardo's gonna break my guard. Instead of waiting him to do so, as he start lifting, I will be the one
Who opens first?
who open first.
Got it.
So I'm gonna set up my guard. From there, I know what Bernardo needs to do
Got it.
in order to pass my guard, and then I just start adding more techniques on top of what Bernardo is doing. But if I allow my opponent to break my guard,
Yep.
then I never know.
Got it.
So I'm gonna get by surprise what my opponent would do. I don't know. I have no idea.
I got it.
Right?
I got it. So always like anticipate the attack first. Like if you feel that you're about to open first.
I would say that if you need to resume the understanding in Jiu-Jitsu would be the connections, right?
Yep.
If I'm doing any technique, what my opponent is gonna do next?
Yep.
And then what I'm gonna do after that technique.
Yep.
And that's,
Yep.
one move after the other. So if I allow you to break my guard, I mean that I'm behind.
Yep.
You are the one that's gonna do the technique.
Yep.
And then I have to counter that technique. So it's like if you think about the basketball, for example,
yep.
you have the ball.
Yeah.
I need to try to defend and maybe one day get the ball for me.
Yeah.
Right? But the goal is being with the ball all the time, at least most of the time. Right? So I'm telling you how you're gonna react based on my moves.
Good.
And every time that I know what you're gonna do, it's much easier for me to apply the new technique.
Good.
So you need to lead the process. You know, you cannot stay behind.
Good.
You know, that's in my opinion what makes you good in jiu-jitsu. You know.
Yeah, and in the close guard, you're already leading the process, right? Because you have a lot more attacks and a lot more positions than the person on top.
You
right?
are, as long as you break the posture.
Okay.
If you don't break the postures, I'm leading.
It's changing the game. Like,
you know, I'm leading. I'm standing up. I'm doing the thing that I need to do in order to break your guard and keep leading the fight. So breaking the posture is something really important. And then how you're gonna capitalize after you break the posture, man, you can choose between like 100 techniques.
Oh, I got it. No, that's amazing. Yeah, so guys, Fabio just shot this entire instruction all about close guard. On a different way, he's focused more on like fundamentals, concepts, and the history of the close guard instead of just showing the move. And he shows all the sequence that he likes the best on close guard and all the concepts and etc. So it's going to be at bjjfanatics.com soon. Maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. So make sure to check that out. And thanks so much, Fabio.
Thank you, Bernardo.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.